Hey guys, it's Blair. I'm here to do a review. I know I haven't done one in a long time, but I thought that I would do one. Now, it is summer here, it is extremely hot, therefore you probably won't see very much of me in the next coming weeks, but I'm going to try and make a video every time I do, get a haul or go to the library or do a book review or anything like that, if I have any blog tours and things like that. So I'm going to give it my all, but I won't be in here every day because it is just way too hot. So I'm embracing the heat, and I've come to do a review for the first book that I finished in January of 2013. Now, I'm going to probably post this on both my channels, or my channel and a collaborative channel, which is Brewing Teabag, because that is mainly a cheap lit contemporary guess you could say channel. So there may be a bit of crossover here, but if you guys don't know and don't watch my Written by Booklist channel, I kind of didn't finish every book I wanted to last year, but I was completely fine with that, and I'm happy to spend January catching up on books that I was kind of halfway through at the end of December. So I'm not going to be pedantic and say, oh my god, I didn't read this book in 2013, therefore it can't be part of my challenge or whatever it is. That's just too much drama and too much stress. So I read it, I finished it in 2013, therefore it's in my 2013 books. So, without further ado, the book I'm reviewing is With Love at Christmas by Carol Matthews. And for those of you who do follow my channel, you may remember that I read Wrapped Up in You by Carol Matthews last year around Christmas time and loved it. With Love at Christmas is no exception. I really love this book. I'm going to give it a 4.5. Now, while chick lit can be predictable, we all understand that. I think that's something that you've kind of got to come into nowadays, that if you're going to read a book like this, it's not going to be 100% original or fresh. It's going to have, predictable parts in it. It's very rare that you do find a book that is not predictable, it hasn't been done before, that you haven't read about before, or at least the topics that you've read about before. I think what makes a book is not that, but the way that an author handles it. And I love Carol Matthews. I love this book so much because she handles the topic and the genre very well, superbly actually. I find that with her books, I'm really immersed in them. There's a lot of drama in them and a lot of kind of ups and downs with my emotions in a good way. I can go from being really happy to just hating everybody, or and then I'll feel like I don't want to read it because it's too like sad and depressing, and then a couple of chapters later it will be like uplifting. So I really love the kind of roller coaster you get sent on, but it's not a really bad roller coaster, it's just really realistic, and I love that about Carol Matthews, and I love that about this book. She wrote about topics that I find from my own experience and the experience of people I love and know, family and friends, that these things do happen, and the way that she wrote about them was just so great. I really fell in love with every character. Really, there's only one character which really didn't play much of an impact near the end, that I was like, well, I could probably kill her too, so it's okay. But I just really enjoyed this book. It was something that I definitely needed during Christmas time. Christmas has been one of those rocky things for me in the past. We used to really celebrate it quite well, I guess, and it turned into sort of like a family feud event and things like that, which sometimes it does. And so over the past couple of years, into my late teenagehood and adulthood, I guess you can say, kind of didn't really care too much about Christmas. It was just another day. But this year I really wanted to make an effort, and reading this book put me in such a great mood. It was just definitely something that I personally could read any time of the year. I loved it. Yes, it was about Christmas, but it wasn't just about Christmas. It was about life, things revolve around Christmas, family, drama, the love of Christmas as well, and what it means to individuals and as a family. I really think that she tied those two in really well, and what it does mean to be a modern family. And I think that, you know, people don't really get the idea of Christmas that it is a family event, and you know, they stress and they strain and they fight and they bitch and moan and stuff like that. At the end of the day, there's not really much thanks for the effort that you go into. But I really think that she showed what Christmas can be like realistically, but it also had sort of like a magical realism to it as well, like a kind of just this really feel-good feeling that it was just magical, I guess, and it was perfect. It was really perfect, guys. I'm just amazed. I still love Carol Matthews. I can't say that enough. I mean, I've only read another one of the books, but I can certainly see myself reading more. I do believe, I'm not 100% correct about the title, so I won't give you that details, but this, I think, is a sequel or maybe another book. She wrote another book about a couple of years ago about the same characters, and I haven't read that yet, but I'm pretty sure that you can read this as a standalone, because I did, and I was okay with it. So the one before it was 2 years before this. So it's actually interesting that she kind of takes characters from other novels and uses them in seasonal novels as well, which I think is really cool. At least this one alone. Perspectives. I really enjoy the husband and wife alternating perspectives. Alternating, is a word. It goes between Juliet and Rick. Sometimes Juliet has a couple of chapters and then Rick has one, and sometimes it alternates between both. But I really like seeing the different aspects of the male and female and the dynamics of their relationship and what they both thought of each other and what they both thought of their family and their situations and their secrets. I think it really added some flavour to the novel as well, and it kind of gave me a perspective of what men perceive Christmas as, not generalising or anything like that, but you know, instead of just from the woman's perspective, it was really nice to see Christmas from a man's perspective and how he feels about his wife and how he feels about the season and how he feels about his family and work and things like that. So it was really, really good. I really enjoyed that part of the novel. But yeah, I think it's a perfect Christmas book. I think it's a perfect book in general. I can certainly, like I said, I could read this any time of the year. So I'm not going to repeat myself anymore, guys. Definitely pick it up. Worth it. I think it's relatively cheap as well. I remember paying like $8 or something for it, and I'm not quite sure, but Book Depository, when I bought it, had Wrapped Up in You, and I'm pretty sure it was this size, for like $5 or $6 or something like that. So I wish I could have bought all my friends a copy of that, but I didn't have quite enough money. But I did buy some friends a copy of Wrapped Up in You, so if you do get it in the mail, then you will know that it is from me. So, and I would love to send this book out to everyone as well, so it's definitely one of my keepers, definitely one I will read again. And it's made me fall in love with Christmas books, which is kind of a bad thing because it's January and all I want to do is read Christmas books, and I know I have so many other books to read, but who cares? So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'm a little bit rusty, but let's hope we can get back on the bandwagon with that, I guess. And yeah, so thank you for watching. I am so excited for 2013. Glad to kick the year off with this review, and I shall talk to you later. Bye.